All right, we're live at the second ambassador meeting for Airbits, and first we're going to share some really cool news items that we've been working on really hard, and I think you guys will be happy with what we have for you. So first off, we have a new release coming up. We're hoping, I think maybe at the earliest it'll be ready Friday, and maybe next week if it takes them a little bit longer. So the name of that actually is Matterhorn, and it's kind of got a little bit of a new picture. It's going to be really cool, but we also added, this is a really exciting thing, and this is something that we've been talking to you guys about for a long time. It's finally here, the referral link. So when you get the next update, you will have a referral link. So when you sign people up with the app, you can get a little bit of Bitcoin back every time they purchase a gift card. So we know you guys have been wanting this for a while, so finally got that in there. So we'd really appreciate your help. You guys have set so many people up with the wallet, and this is a way to kind of give back a little bit to you. It'll be 1/4% unless the card is under $10. So so that's really good news. We'll also have replaced by fee detection. So the app will see if an address uses replaced by fee, and we'll give a little pop-up notice. And it won't allow any sending of funds until those are confirmed. Also, maybe Paul could elaborate on this one. The Liberty X merchants are going to be added.
That won't necessarily be in the next release per se. This is something that we're looking at doing inside of our merchant directory, so that in addition to being able to find ATMs for people to buy and sell Bitcoin, people will also be able to find Liberty X merchants, or kind of like these kiosks and whatnot, where people can go and buy Bitcoin locally, and arguably at a pretty darn good fee at, I think, 1 or 2% compared to ATMs. So we're looking at adding that to the merchant directory. That's kind of independent of the software release, because it's actually just part of the merchant directory. But we're hoping to have that probably middle to end of this month, after we've got this release out and baked and kind of matured. We're looking at doing that.
And yeah, so it'll be good. That's an alternative for people who maybe can't use the buy-sell function because their state doesn't support it. So it'll be really good. Florida, yeah. So Gabe, hopefully this will be good for you. Let's see. It will also detect double spend transactions, and also we kind of improved the help button, so it'll have a quick link to email and phone support, and it'll also send the user device info. So it'll just be easier if there's any issues with the app to get in touch with us faster. It's a little more familiar for people.
You want to go down like a
yeah. Why don't you do a screen share to show this off? I can select your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so Paul's going to kind of show you some of this stuff, and that's the design, by the way.
You guys see the screen okay?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So this is kind of our new background. It's the theme is a Matterhorn, which is our release. That's kind of a nice little shot of the Matterhorn over in Switzerland, maybe in tribute to Lucas, one of our developers over there in Switzerland. So a lot of the functionality is still kind of the same. You can log in. Oops. Let's choose an account here. Still log in with Touch ID. That's all the same. With respect to, what was the first one we talked about? The affiliate program?
Yes.
So affiliate program, you'll notice when you slide out the menu that there's now a refer your friends and earn Bitcoin. And to sign up for the affiliate program, you've got to go through this huge rigmarole of tapping the button, and that's it. And now you have your link. And that link will specifically be attached to your account, and it's specifically attached to the first wallet in your account, and that's going to be the wallet that receives any affiliate revenue. And so you can simply copy that link, you can share it with friends and whatnot, and it will be able to track when someone installs the app with your link, and then that installation, or the accounts created with that install will be tracked, and whenever they purchase a gift card, 1/4% of the full value of the gift card will go into this wallet, and it will be automatically tagged. You'll see that it's income affiliate revenue, and that's pretty much for life. Like it's not just one time for referring a user, it's for as many times as they purchase a gift card. So that's a piece of the kind of affiliate functionality that we had just put in. Try to keep it as simple as possible, but as functional as we can. Cool. I'm not sure what else.
Nice.
Or is it replaced by fee?
Replaced by fee. So hard to kind of show it because I don't have the capability of doing a replaced by fee transaction. But in your normal transaction list, you have the little green confirmed text at the bottom of each transaction. Well, that would change to warning replaced by fee detected if the wallet detects that someone had sent you money and tagged it as replaced by fee, which is a high risk for a double spend. In the same sense that if it detects that it was double spend, it will also present a warning. And so we do our best. It's not a 100% detection, admittedly, because replaced by fee and double spends can be spends on top of a double spend. So someone could spend money that's not a double spend, or someone could spend money that is a double spend, and then spend money from that, and then spend money from that, and then it would be harder for us to detect because we'd have to go further down the blockchain. And so this will at least detect first level double spends and first level replaced by fees, and at least get us that far. And we're looking to improve that in future releases.
Yeah, and you may be able to show this improved UI speed for gift card purchases. Is it just
I think that might actually be old. I think we haven't changed. But didn't UI speed faster?
So this is kind of great for accounting purposes. That may be wrong. Yes. It's okay. Robert, is that you?
Yep.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
So you're not on the screen for us, but we can hear you.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I'm on the train, so when we go into cuttings and through tunnels, I lose you.
All right, so we can hear you just fine. We're actually just started going through the updates for the new release. So I guess we can really quickly rehash it. So I don't know how much of this you heard, but probably the biggest news is that we'll have referral links available in the app now. So when you sign someone up with Bitcoin or with Airbits, you can, if you use your affiliate code, you'll be able, yeah, he's demoing it on the screen now, you'll be able to receive a little bit of the percentage from the gift card purchases that they make. So that's really great. It's a way to kind of give back to you guys. And we also have replaced by fee detection. So the app will see if an address uses replaced by fee and give a pop-up notice, and it won't allow any sending of those funds until it's confirmed. Let's see, the help button will now have a quick link to email and phone support. So that will, and it'll also send the user device info, so it's just easier for people to get in touch with support if they have any issues with the app. And let's
see, I should be able to see that on screen right now. They can easily just tap help, and then it goes right to support@airbits.co with all of their device information, so it'll help us support the users a little more quickly without having to go back and forth with them on what type of machine they've got.
Yeah. So, so I was just about to cover this one. This is great for accounting. You'll be able to export to QuickBooks QBO file format. So, you know, if you guys are familiar with using QuickBooks, you know, this kind of makes the whole, you know, accounting features a little easier and pretty familiar to people. Is that able to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can show that one.
So in the main screen, you just tap on the drop down, or you can go to Wallets, and in the list of wallets, there's a little export button at the top right. So you tap on that, and you've got, before you had the option of transaction info CSV and wallet private seat, now you have transaction info QuickBooks. You tap on that, and actually this is a new feature on iOS. Android has had this almost since day one, but now you could select a date range, this month, last month, this year. And I think per Robert's request, it defaults to since the beginning of time. So since the beginning of time to today, which is pretty much the entire range, it defaults to that when you first enter the screen. I think if I do that one more time. There you go. So December 31st, 1969, it's pretty much well before you would have used Airbits. But you can then tweak it to say one of these ranges, or you can tap in there and choose an actual date range. And then now if you email that to yourself, you'll see the file that gets attached is a .qbo, which is a native QuickBooks import format, and that'll import your transactions into QuickBooks. You still have to kind of confirm the transaction in QuickBooks, but now all the information is there for you to confirm and use, including the exchange rate, fiat value, who you paid, category notes, all of that is there.
Yeah. So also added the ability to sell Bitcoin in Europe now. Before it was buy only, so now there's both sides are working. People will be able to sell Bitcoin, so it kind of completes things. And then also, yeah, it was last month we announced Glidera also added a few more states. Still not Florida, Gabe. Sorry about that. Hopefully coming soon. But yeah, they did add Wisconsin and Nevada. So. So yeah, so all good news. And yeah, these are things that you guys have been asking for a while, so we're happy to get that out in the new release. And let's see, I'm going to move on to kind of the next big piece of news. You guys probably saw this. The SDK is now live for developers to start building on. So Paul and William went to the Bay BitHack Hackathon this last weekend to kind of get people to try it out, and so far it seems to be pretty well received. A lot of the Bitcoin press folks picked it up and seem to be really excited, so we're excited to kind of see the possibilities. And would you like to tell them a little bit about the Bay BitHack?
Yeah, the Bay BitHack was over in Berkeley. We were there for the weekend, helped some students build on it. We had a couple of projects that were using it. One, unfortunately, the developers weren't able to complete in time, so they didn't submit their project. But one project that really excites me is an app that will do payroll and back office functionality in Bitcoin. And so we've talked to a handful of businesses that are looking at incorporating Bitcoin into their kind of workflow. But things like payroll were a challenge because they didn't have the capacity to actually pay people using their wallet directly, peer-to-peer, from the company straight to the employee. And we have this issue as well at Airbits. And so this one group is actually looking at building a full suite payroll app that can integrate with things like ADP, Paychex, and those are companies here in the US that do payroll processing. So they can pull what amounts need to get paid from users, integrate with an Airbits wallet, and then send out those funds as needed over to the employees. So pretty excited about that project going forward, and hoping to work with the students afterwards. Actually, they really wanted to work on it after the fact. So really, it opens up a huge world of possibilities. Anything from being able to share the data in your Airbits wallet with another app, or use the same login credentials so you don't have to remember 2 passwords, to actually having the ability to spend money or receive money in a different application, but once again using the same credentials. And so we're excited to see what people build.
Yeah. So we did a lot of content since the last meeting too, but maybe the most relevant one for you guys is just a couple of days ago, RJ and I came up with an alternative buy-sell list. So for people who, like Gabe, for example, maybe Glidera is not available in your state and you want to refer people to other places, we kind of we made a pretty comprehensive list of a bunch of different services that we recommend if they're wanting to do cash the same day, or depending on their needs. So I definitely encourage you guys to check that out, share it with your friends, anyone who for some reason or another don't want to use the buy-sell or can't use the buy-sell feature in our app. So I actually found a few new ones, like RJ told me, like a few new services that I hadn't heard of. So definitely check that out. I think you guys will really like that.
Wall of Coins. That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I need to put Wall of Coins on there. Actually, I don't know that they were included.
You're Florida native, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah, well, I'll get them added too. Yeah, I meant to add them. They may have been in the, I might have overlooked them in the list, so I'll get them added. So, all right, so next cool piece of information. So, and Gabe knows about this too. So we sponsored a Counter-Strike team. So we're kind of looking into the esports arena, trying to figure out if Bitcoin is a good fit for that. So we sponsored Rosa's son Otter's team, or Austin, he also goes by, and they've been live streaming their practices, and they've competed in one tournament last weekend. Or was it the weekend before? It was
last weekend and then the weekend before as well.
And so the past 2 weekends, actually, they've been competing in tournaments. So we got some good feedback. What we did with this is we kind of sent a press release out to the Counter-Strike tournament community, and we were like, hey, we're looking to sponsor a team, and kind of gauge their interest for that. And we got some very interested people, and ended up going with Otter's team. And yeah, they're going to be competing, and they're known as Team Airbits. So it's kind of customary for the Counter-Strike team to take on the name of their sponsors. So there's a Team Airbits, and we'll be tweeting out and sharing out those links live whenever they're practicing or when they're doing the tournament too. So yeah, if you guys like gaming, I think that's a really great space to get Bitcoin into. And I think these kids really understand tech a lot better, and it just seems like a really natural fit. So we're kind of exploring that area more.
Absolutely. I think it was a good move.
Yeah. So, all right. So moving on to some upcoming meetups. This week, actually, CoinFest is going on. We have a local event in Orange County, and it also is going on around the world. This is really neat. I don't know if you guys have heard of CoinFest before. Andrew Wagner is the main organizer, but it's basically a decentralized party, as he explains it. So there are different meetups all around the world. They go from anywhere from April 5th to April 10th. So a bunch of different people are hosting those. We'll be Skyping into a few of them. So tonight we'll be Skyping into the Vancouver one to demo the app. So we kind of helped with sponsoring the local one and the more global events. And then Friday, it'll be Saturday for them, but late Friday, or actually early Saturday for us at like 3:30 in the morning. We'll be hanging out in India. So hitting up the India Coin Fest, and then on Saturday we'll be attending the local, or I'll be attending the local Coin Fest that you guys may know Tim Curry. He's one of the Bitcoiners over here, and
Hey, do you have any plans to sponsor the CoinFest in England?
when are you guys doing the fest in England? What's the date of that?
It's the weekend, Friday, Saturday, 8th and the 9th.
8th and the 9th?
It's like Friday, Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have any contacts for any CoinFest events over there, but yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
What would you say? We're officially the international wallet.
We are the international wallet sponsor for the whole of CoinFest, and we've contributed a little bit to one of the local events here in California, and then a little bit to the CoinFest international organizers as well, to help with all additional events. So I'm sure some of that is being contributed to the London group, because I did see in an email that we're providing some Airbits keys for different events in different cities, including Bangalore. I believe London is on there, South Korea, and what's the other one? Ireland, and I'll have to get the full list.
Yeah,
Let me dig that up.
Yeah, basically anyone who signs up for the Airbits wallet sends a request, kind of like what we've done with other meetups. They'll be able to get a little bit of Bitcoin to get started with. Now, let's see. It's possible we may be able to video into that one, though.
Mm-hmm.
So could you get back with us about the time, and one of us can probably jump in there and do a demo of the app, or a presentation on Bitcoin. About how many people do you think are coming? Are they going to be mostly new? Can't hear.
Robert?
Probably lost Robert in a
Did
train.
we lose Robert?
We can't even tell if we've lost Robert
Oh,
because his
no.
icon doesn't even show up. How does he do that? Stealth join.
Yeah.
It's happened a couple times with other Hangouts we've done.
Crafty lad, that one.
Well, we can move on until he's back.
Okay, so we'll connect with Robert about the London meetup. Yeah, but I wasn't aware he was maybe an organizer for that. So, okay.
Yeah, I think actually we're selected to join a number of the CoinFest events via Skype or Google Hangouts to talk about Bitcoin and introduce people to Airbits. I'm pretty sure that London is one of those call-ins, but I know that the international organizers are shuffling their schedule around, so hopefully we'll get some final word on that this morning.
Yeah, communicating with Andrew and then trying to communicate with all of the other organizers he's communicating with too has been, kind of harder, but yeah, I mean, it's something we're open to doing, so we'd like to get into as many as possible. So, but yeah, and definitely check those out. We'll be sharing the streams of those as they come out. So, and yeah, and they're live streaming all of these different ones too. So if you go to it's coinfest.org, you should be able to see all of the cool events going on there. So yeah, it's like a worldwide kind of party. So. So yeah, also we have another Bitcoin meetup coming up on April 14th. It will feature Fiddle, and yeah, so that'll be here in San Diego, so we'll be promoting that. It's coming up a little bit sooner than our other meetups have. I just kind of tried to work around his schedule, and the last one with Angela Keaton went really well. We should be having a video up of that pretty soon. So I think some of you guys are familiar with Angela's work and antiwar.com, and I think you'll really like her presentation when we get it up. So let's see. Also, good news, we got some new t-shirts printed and getting all those ready to be shipped out for those who wanted them, along with some flyers. So you guys will all be getting a shirt. I'm pretty sure I have shirt sizes from everyone here. Michelle, I may need one from you, but we have, actually, I can show them to you really quick, or
Yeah.
what we do. We got t-shirts, but we also got tank tops for the ladies. So, and the tank tops are great, and we changed up the colors a little bit too. So we went with like a green, so it's kind of nice Kelly green, and then like a cool turquoise, brighter blue. More of kind of, I think it kind of fits our colors more. I mean,
So we have green tank tops and green and blue t-shirts.
So we thought we'd change it up. We give, I like the tank tops. They're all really comfy.
They look great.
Awesome.
I love them.
We can hear you now. You're back.
Woo!
Woo!
I keep
Oh no.
them cutting it out, and I don't want to give you feedback, but I just want to chime in here and there.
Hope we can hear them.
Oh, you're cutting in and out, but
Keep trying.
keep trying. Yeah, we're gonna be sending you a package very soon, Robert. So yeah, you guys will all be getting a little package with shirts and flyers. And we also have Will's grabbing the flyers. So we got and stickers too.
Flyers hard to see probably on video, but if you guys have signed up some merchants who might like to advertise that they're Bitcoin merchant on their front door or something, we have that sticker you guys can hand out. So let us know. We only have a limited amount of these because we want to make sure they find the proper home. So if there's some merchants in your area that you've signed up or that you're passing by again, give us a rough count. We'll make sure to include that amount of these stickers in your package. And we'll give you several of these as well. We've got these stickers for you guys and to hand out. So,
We're
but
gonna
yeah.
them up. They're not super sticky, so they don't leave a little residue, and they're nice and smooth, soft. soft rubber, pretty
Yeah.
high quality stuff.
They're really
Oh, yeah.
nice. So yeah, give us a count of the merchants that you guys know or have signed up, and we can start getting stickers on their storefronts.
Yeah. So yeah, so I know it's taken a little while, but yeah, those packages will be going out hopefully end of this week or very beginning of next week. So so yeah, and I should have everyone's address too. So we'll be getting all that sent over. All right. So that's all I kind of have for news, unless you guys have
I think we're a
anything
little
more to share.
short on the functionality in the new release. I think we skipped over a few things.
Yeah, let's go over.
We can go. Yeah. So we can go back to the release.
And so let's see from the release notes. We mentioned spending from unconfirmed funds. I don't think we mentioned that. So this is a much requested feature from actually a lot of not ambassadors, but just general Bitcoin evangelists. So now, after Airbitz receives money, you'll be able to instantly spend it, even though it's unconfirmed. And so the wallet will prefer confirmed funds. So obviously, if you have funds in there that are confirmed, it's going to try to spend those first. But it will allow you to spend the full amount of funds, even the unconfirmed funds. So hopefully that helps you guys when demoing Airbitz. You can receive money and then bounce it right out right away. In addition, you should notice faster logins when you are on new devices. So a lot of on our current release, before the new one, if you logged in on a new device, you'll notice it would take at least 30 seconds to log in. That should speed up, and now it's just relative to how many transactions you have and how long it takes to synchronize the blockchain. But that should be noticeably sped up. In addition, if you look at the shared screen, you'll notice that the transaction list has been redesigned. And so the way the list works now is you have your kind of balance at the top, and if you tap on that, what that does is it actually hides the balance. So you have a show balance, hide balance, and whatever you set it to will be sticky. So if you exit the app and you come back in, it'll still say show balance, or it'll show your actual balance. And then in addition, if you look at your transaction list, like right now, you'll notice that I have a red or a green depending on how much money I received and then how much I spent. But the gray value is the running balance. That's kind of the running balance as of that transaction. Well, now you'll have a button on the top left which will say the fiat code of the wallet. If you tap on it, now it'll show the Bitcoin amount and the dollar amount of every transaction. That was a much requested feature that a lot of people would like, and we default to this setting where you just always see the Bitcoin amount and the dollar amount, and you have to basically hit this balance button at the top to give you the running balance. So that was a noticeable, significant change to the transaction list screen that I think has been requested, and we've been just trying to figure out how to massage the requests into a usable user interface. And so hopefully you guys like that. Feel free to give us feedback on that flow, and it'll be almost the same on Android. On Android, we don't really have a top left button that we can use, but there is like a 3-button on the very top right, and that'll have a drop down, and then you could choose balance or fiat in that menu. As well, let's see here. Robert, are you on the call? This one's for you.
I think we lost him.
Robert. Oh well. He had requested this, but going into settings, our auto log off after setting prior was at minimum 1 minute, but now you'll be able to set it based on seconds. So if you want your app to auto log you out instantly, like after 1 second of being logged out, so you can now set that, and you'll notice that if I just background the app, 1 second later I come back in, and it's actually trying to log me out. There we go, and now I'm logged out. It did that automatically. It was just doing the whole logout process. So that's now an option that you have for people that are really nervous about keeping their app logged in for any duration of time. They can go ahead and do this, and I'm just going to change this back to something a little bit more reasonable, like 3 minutes. Okay. So we've got that as well. We have a few new exchange rate sources. So you'll see this one is now set to Bitfinex, but you also have Bitfinex and Bitcoin Average are 2 new exchange rate sources that you can use now, in addition to the usual Coinbase, Brave New Coin, Clever Coin for Euro specifically. And so that's just been recently added at the request of some users. And there was some bug fixes that went into this release. You may have caught some annoying bugs where you set an exchange rate source like like Bitstamp, but it was really reporting the exchange rate from, say, Coinbase or Brave New Coin. And so we caught that bug. That's been fixed. So whatever exchange rate source you see, it will definitely source it from that exchange rate, so long as that exchange rate source supports your currency. So Coinbase, Bitcoin Average, and what's another one? Brave New Coin support pretty much all currencies, but some only support USD, such as Bitfinex and Bitstamp, and so it'll fall back to a different exchange rate source if so. So we fixed that bug, and that was kind of a small annoying one that I know a few people had reported. And I think that is a majority of the new functionality and feature sets going into this release, and it's definitely a big one. This is the first release that is actually using our SDK. So inside, it's using the SDK that we've built for other apps. So it's already a production caliber app on our SDK. So in a way, even though it's the first release of our SDK, we consider it production quality because we're already using it. It's already well tested. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, really excited about those new updates. And now, and do you have anything to add, Will, and any news items that?
I just want to make sure that we answer any questions you guys might have, and also I just want to specifically highlight the affiliate program. And one of the things that we value so much about your contributions as ambassadors is your ability to recruit other Airbit's evangelists and ambassadors. I know that each of you can be credited with a number of those. So we think this affiliate tool can be really powerful in that way. If you're encountering other people who are really excited to share Bitcoin, and maybe they're also really excited to earn passively some small amounts of Bitcoin, but can be meaningful amounts, this feature is really great to make sure that they are educated on how it works, how it can work for you guys, how it can work for them. We're interested to find if you come across or think of creative ways of sharing your affiliate link, to draw more people to Bitcoin, draw more people to Airbits, and find more ways of sharing it with people who purchase high volumes of cards so that you're earning money and Airbits and Fold are earning money. So yeah, I just want to really highlight the power of that. Make sure that you guys are aware that the buck doesn't, you can use this for yourselves, but it's, we kind of rely on you guys to communicate the value of this to the rest of the community and other interested people in and around Airbits so that they can take full advantage. So yeah, I also want to make sure that we address any questions you guys might have about that.
Yeah, this is your chance to hold our feet to the fire. So any critiques or questions?
Feedback from you guys, Tom. This is what we want to hear from you.
I have a question about the link. Can it be embedded into the Airbit's QR codes, gift cards?
So it can, unfortunately, it's not so much that it can or can't be, it's just that a QR code kind of needs to be one thing or another. And so you can create a QR code, which is the link, and when someone scans it, they can download the app. But if the QR code actually has money on it and it's a private key, then it needs to serve a different purpose. So really, it's not too useful to quote-unquote embed it, because one triggers one action and one triggers another. So the QR code for our Airbit's keys is for when someone already has the money. I mean, someone already has the app and is sweeping the money. And the other is for them to download the app. And so they're kind of two different purposed URIs or URLs that at this point have to be used separately.
Okay. Well, I think it's a great program, and it really help Airbits not only differentiates itself from other wallets, other mainly used wallets such as blockchain, but yeah, help just promote overall and really get the ball rolling on people on Airbits taking over as far as being people's go-to wallet.
Yeah.
The other The other thing that I'd love to hear feedback from you guys as you begin to use this tool, these referral links, is not just how creatively you found to use it, but how you found to pitch it to other people, explain it to other people. So we're kicking ideas around here. I really like what Paul continually comes back to when he describes it as the, I don't know if it's the first, but it sure might be the first anonymous affiliate program that makes automatic Bitcoin payments. It's a Bitcoin automated anonymous affiliate network. We're curious to hear from you guys of the creative ways that you've been describing it and presenting it to the rest of the community. So because it's a special thing. It's different than other affiliate programs. It's an affiliate program that it's very different, and because this is a privacy product, it's really cool. I think the way it can work. It automatically pays people in Bitcoin, and there's no like central management of that. It's just programmed. It's a great use case for Bitcoin itself. There's just a number of ways that we'd love your help in making that description and making that language around describing it for people just more succinct and more appetizing. Let us know what you found that's effective for you guys.
What you're saying is basically you're creating a social network for Bitcoin generation, as well as you, by the way, of course. That's your point. The affiliation creates that social network, and if everybody within that network then starts turning on anybody going, hey, check this out, this is really cool, and of course you're going to get a few happy people, and delivered in the right way and create its own gravity. As long as the process is that affiliation gathering and recommendation is simple, as you guys seem to have done, then yeah, it should gain its own weight. That's the key point there.
Yeah, and yeah, we made it super easy to sign people up with it. We don't think it adds too much friction to the regular onboarding process. So yeah, we think it really will distinguish us.
Is I've been doing this a while, like you guys. Education, education, education. It's a bit like the mantra we use for ATMs, which is location, location, location. It's funny how saying the same thing 3 times seems to give it some weight, but it is true. Education is vital, and one of the ways of doing that, obviously, is at the point of sale. Now, with the ATMs, we have an opportunity, as you know, to deliver a QR code for download. And the other one is environmental education, in terms of stuff that's in the environment around the ATM, around the till, around the point of sale, point of purchase, where you can advise people, leaflets, that kind of stuff. Now, you mentioned a trifold flyer, Paul. Any movement on that kind of thing? Because that stuff has value. It's stuff that people can pick up and walk away. And if they've picked it up off their own volition, they've actively engaged with that informational process. They want to know more. So that kind of stuff is important. Yes, we all live in an online world, I get it. But, occasionally that stuff has value, genuine value as well. And also from a restaurateur's point of view, is what popped in, was if our restaurateurs who have an ATM in their restaurant and they accept Bitcoin can hand with the bill a little piece of information about the Airbitz wallet that also includes the fact that the restaurant will accept 20% discount if they come and pay with Bitcoin, especially if it's an Airbitz wallet. Now, obviously, that's making it an Airbitz wallet specifically for that next transaction is probably a bit trickier. We can work on that, but you get the idea. That's the point. Yeah. So we're disseminating that information even down to the table level. And that's, in the high traffic restaurants, and one of ours is right next to a significantly large conference centre on the south coast of the UK, where political parties have their gigs and that kind of thing. Suddenly you get the idea. These guys are 50 metres away from that conference, by the way. So you get the idea. If you can deliver your information at the table, in print, and say, look, hey, come and use this product, use this service, we will also accept it as a discount. You're getting some pretty good coverage there in terms of PR, I would say.
Absolutely, and we'll be sending, in the package we're sending Robert, that'll also have materials for you, Michael. We'll have those little Bitcoin preferred here stickers, so definitely, get those to the merchants. And then we also do have flyers. They're not the trifold flyers. They're
Postcard.
they're more of like a postcard. But yeah, they do give, it's nicely designed. It gives you a little bit of information, and then of course a link to where you can find more information. So we have the Bitcoin app side, and then also the broader Edge security platform side. So we've been working really hard, and if you guys have any ideas for this on how to communicate, we're still a Bitcoin app, but we're also broader than that. We have this, larger Edge security platform. We've been trying really hard to communicate that, and I think we've done a pretty good job with the last few pieces of press we've gotten. It seems that the journalists and a few people who've read it are catching on, that this platform can be used for a lot of things too. So we're definitely open to suggestions for how to get that more clearly across, and even if you see any content coming out of us, like if something's unclear, or if there's if you think it could be explained better, definitely let us know, because we love hearing that kind of critical feedback. So
with respect to education, you had mentioned, Michael, I think I left out one little nugget of an update in our app, which helps educate the new user that uses the app onto what they can do with Bitcoin. And so if you look at the screen right now, I don't know if you want to share the screen.
Yeah, I'll go back to the
primary.
screen share.
There you go. So if you look at the screen, this is what a user will see when they first create a brand new account. And we've taken the real estate that's right in the middle where the transactions would normally go, and we've now given them quick links to do things like buy Bitcoin, import one of their Airbitz keys or gift cards, and then the discounts to Starbucks, Target, Amazon goes as a link to Purse. So we're trying to make the information, the key education that they need to know right in front of them, available to them right away inside of the app. So you'll notice that as well when you're setting people up, that there's no guessing game as to where to go. One thing I forgot to mention too is you'll notice that on the side menu, if I have any juice left here, on the side menu there's no longer an import private key gift card. So the import is all now on the same screen. It says scan. So when you click scan, this is an archive wallet, but when you click scan, you can now scan both a public address or a private key. The two are now kind of treated the same way. So scan, send. This one screen can do everything, right? All in one now. There's no need to go to the side for private key or not.
So if you have those digital Airbitz keys that I handed out to some of you guys, the electronic keys with either a link or QR code, if you're handing out those QR codes, you don't need to guide people to the settings menu or the menu and then find the import option. Just tell them to request or scan, and that's all they need to do. So it should be much more intuitive to grab those Airbitz keys for new users.
Right.
That's really cool.
There you go.
Nice.
Consolidate that functionality.
Nice. Oh, quick one, by the way. Starbucks. Because we've got a number of ATMs down on the south coast of the UK, we'd like to explore possibilities of promoting Airbitz through, obviously we already promote Airbitz through our ATMs, but also through the use of Airbitz wallets through Starbucks. Now, I went into an outlet down on the south coast and they were completely clueless. However, the staff were wonderful, I'll give them this. They even gave me a free coffee. And I educated them on the relationship you had. And I was just wondering, is there a relationship that you have with Starbucks UK that maybe you can put us in contact with, or you can actually push back on and say, look, there's these guys doing a promotion down in this area of the country, and we'd like to make sure that all of your outlets are aware that they may well be getting customers coming through the door with their Airbitz wallets going, can I have a cheap coffee, please? Because at the moment, it's
so realize we have absolutely zero relationship with Starbucks. There is no connection between Starbucks, the company, and Airbitz or our partner Fold. Really what this is reselling used store credit. And so old gift cards basically that have been purchased at a steep discount and then resold at this 20% off discount. And so the only way that Starbucks would care about it is the fact that it's their gift card. And to our knowledge, most, not all, but most Starbucks in the UK will accept a US dollar gift card, because these are effectively denoted in US dollars. And so not all Starbucks around the world accept US dollar gift cards. However, to our understanding, UK Starbucks do. So that's really it. You can't really walk in and go, I want to use Airbits here. They'll have no clue what you're talking about. It's really, here's the gift card, here's the barcode, scan it. And they scan it, and for all they know, it's just another gift card on an app, of which there are many gift cards on apps.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. Thanks for that. That helps, actually. And I suppose the flip side of this is in terms of a discounting scheme with like that. If we can find a partner that we're prepared to work along those lines, are you interested?
Partner for what? For which again?
For an Airbits discounting association. I mean, we obviously we have discount cards companies this side of the water. I'm just wondering if the similar philosophies can be used here that Starbucks use over there.
Yeah, if we had another partner that had a similar API to what our partner here has with Fold, but the main thing is that they have to accept Bitcoin. So because our wallet can only pay out Bitcoin, so if they will accept Bitcoin and return to us a gift card code, then we could integrate that, most definitely.
Okay, cool.
When we would be able to is another question, but we try to work that out into our roadmap. But yeah, that would be a very useful integration if we had that type of a partner.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you know any good fits, definitely, connect us with them. So, yeah, always open to that. So do you all have any conferences coming up or events coming up that you plan on attending?
I do. I have the Libertarian State Convention coming up this weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Cool.
And then the national one is in May, at the end of May.
Yeah. I was briefly talking with Michelle, I think she's still on the call, yeah, about the national one. We'd love to make sure you guys are stocked up and maybe even strategize an outreach plan for that event.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, when's the date of the national one?
It's Memorial Weekend.
Memorial Weekend? Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah, like I said, we'll be getting those packages out soon. I'm not sure that I'll be able to get that package to you by this weekend for this convention, but very, very soon. You'll have shirts and flyers.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys have anything else for us? Any more feedback?
No, I'm good here. It's all good. All looking exciting. Keen to, for what's coming ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. We'll look out for the release. It should be out by Friday if everything goes well, and that'll be on both iOS and Android in the stores Friday, probably no later than Saturday, unless we have any rejections in the stores. But we expect it to be out by then.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a try. Let us know.
Yeah.
Will do. Looking forward to it.
Sweet. Cool. Well, thanks so much for showing up, and we'll be talking with you guys really soon. And always feel free to hit us up in Slack or anywhere else. So.
Bye, y'all.
Great.
Oh,
Guys,
go Team Airbits.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
I'll be in touch, you guys. Thanks for everything. Catch you later.
Robert, we'll send you the video.
Okay, great.
So, alrighty, see you guys soon.
bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.